right, so let's talk about the word. We're in John chapter 5 today. Mercy. Let's talk about mercy. So there's a man who's been lame for 38 years. We don't know his backstory. We don't know how he became lame, but he was obviously not born that way. He became it because it gave us 38 years. And he is sitting at the pool of Bethesda. I actually was there when I was in Jerusalem. I wrote it in my Bible. I was there October 26, 2018 at this pool of Bethesda. And it's pretty cool to think about and be able to picture what that looks like, at least what it looks like right now, and imagine what it would look like back then. But here's the interesting thing. The word Bethesda means mercy. So it was at the pool of mercy he sat for 38 years. And at this pool of Bethesda, this pool of mercy, what was supposed to happen is when the water would stir a little bit, they were the first people that were able to get into the water would receive a healing in this pool of mercy. And he'd been sitting there and unable to get into the pool fast enough to receive his miracle, to receive his healing from this pool of mercy. Well, Jesus sees him laying there and knows he's been there for a long time, and he looks at him and he says, "Do you want to get well?" What a question, right? Like he's sitting there at the pool of mercy for 38 years, but Jesus asked him, "Do you want to get well?" And I think, and the disabled man says, "I have no one to put me in the pool when the water is stirred, but while I am coming, someone goes down ahead of me. Somebody goes down ahead of me." And Jesus says, "Get up, pick up your mat and walk." And instantly the man got up, picked up his mat, and he walked. He started walking. Now, let's talk about this. Let's break it down a little bit. So Jesus asked him, why did he ask him that question? Do you want to get well? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes we say we want something, but we're not really willing to make the change, to do something different. Because when this man receives healing, he gets his freedom. He gets his freedom. He gets his healing. But now he has to stay free. Now he has to live a different life. He's going to have to work for the first time. He can't just sit and beg. Not that that is a blessing or anything, but it's different. Like he's going to have to live a different lifestyle, do things that he's never done before. This bondage that he finds himself in has almost, after 38 years, it is actually your point of comfort. It's what you're used to. And Jesus is saying, hey, are you sure? Do you know what you're asking for? Do you really want to be healed? Do you really want to get well? And so the man, of course, responds and he says, I don't have anybody to help me. And here's the thing. He was looking for this fake mercy, this pool of mercy. It's not true mercy. And he's looking at finding healing the way the world tells him to find healing. And he's looking for something that's like this quick fix kind of thing. And Jesus is like, hey, I'm going to offer you true mercy, true freedom. Get up, take your mat, do it different. Let's do this different. And so he had to have some faith and some obedience to be able to do that. Faith and obedience. And both of them. Like he couldn't have just been like, okay, I believe that I'm healed, but not actually gotten up, because you have to actually try. You have to actually get up, right? So he had to put that faith in what he said, what Jesus said, and action. He had to be obedient and do what he told him to do. Get up. And when he did, he received his healing. And so for you and for me, as we're looking, okay, Jesus, our personal trainer, what are you wanting to tell me? I think Jesus is looking at you and saying, hey, those things that you're praying about, those that body, those things in your body that you're wanting change, those are feeling the need or ailments that you have. Do you really want to get well? Do you really want to do it? Do you really want wholeness, mental, physical, spiritual? Because if you do, I have true mercy to give you. Not this fake stuff that the world offers. Not these quick fixes that the world offers. Not the things that have worked for other people. Not what the world says. Like I have truth for you that's for you. But you're going to have faith and be obedient. Have faith and be obedient. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready? Healing requires that step of faith. It doesn't matter the size of your faith. Mustard seed faith works. But you have to make sure you know what you're putting your faith in. Are you putting your faith in true mercy or a fake pool of mercy that other people have pointed to? I don't know about you, but I want the true mercy. I want what God has to offer me. I want His mercy. I want His freedom. I want His healing because it's true and whole and complete, lasting. It's eternal. That's what I want. Now, another little side note about this story is that he actually did this healing on the Sabbath day, which got him in a little bit of trouble. But what I love about this is the fact that God calls us. He gives us this gift of Sabbath. We're coming up on the weekend. He gives us this gift of Sabbath. And this shows us that we might be taking a rest. That God has given us the gift of rest, but He is always working. And so if we will truly honor Him and give Him that day of rest and let Him work on our behalf, it's so much better. So let's go to the true mercy today.